We will start going to Calais, and then eventually, after looking down the road, we'll go to the Alps. Unless we go to the Alps first. Yesterday was the 40th. True, on the 26th of April, Chernobyl's anniversary. I believe as well in Chernobyl, their little hole in the outer shell is still not fixed yet. It'll take a while to fix that, unfortunately. Hello, Ariel, big fan. Lewis, thank you for the roses. Adrian, welcome in. How we doing? Alpine Road seems to be the fan favorite. Now, the theory, potential theory, or the curiosity now is that, is it hyped up because of the impending doom? When the new road hits, is it going to die down a bit? Because these people have done their last trip on the current CD. They will then go back to the new CD to check that out. Then what? So will we have a bit of a dip, or will even more people then go to the Alps, realizing the new one is terrible? Who knows? But these are what my few videos have been about, where there are many potential replacements for the CD road if you want to find a road that is similar. Pick one that you like and drive on it. Just go there. Meow. Just can't think of a witty answer there. When TMP update? Not too long after the actual release. This is regular game. The NFC, that's what I mean, yes. Feel free to bump you. Oh, you will definitely get bumped into if you are there. No one is being spared on that server. Lewis, you're spamming the gifts. I appreciate that. I need to bring back the goals. I had the TikTok goals specifically for people to work towards. Your like goals, follow goals, gift goals. Those were fun. This won't change. This part, it's too close to Calais. We're still definitely in France. Little bit later on, will change. Hello, Melody. When will it come out? Well, the beta started about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. There's no date for actual version releases. The theory is that it's maybe 2 weeks to a month. You're not helping by pushing. Please stop pushing. You're becoming less of a victim by pushing like that. I know they did the wrong, but this isn't helping. The first admin, probably whoever the project managers were at the time, in one widget. I see all of it combined, yes. I don't actually have the TikTok chat that you would see. So that's why I have to look down at my phone, because some things don't show up. That's the closest I can get. But I don't like how the TikTok chat looks. They did the wrong. Calais did get a rework. It did indeed. It is combined, yes. And I can say that now because Twitch allows it. So all the different colors correspond to the platforms of the chat box. This is Calais. Calais to Duisburg. Hello, Tav. Sleep while standing? Yep. Of course. I said the word. I said the social media. I don't care about censoring it anymore. I'm saying the platform names. That's what I am. And I have to emphasize that because we are getting close to 18k on Twitch. If anyone has not popped over and followed, feel free. We're also close to 10k on YouTube, so feel free to pop over there as well. It would be really cool to hit both. Even cooler, around about the same time. It would be insane if it were at the same time. Crazy. It should have been allowed a while back. It was a good start for them to allow multi-streaming to begin with. Back in my day, you couldn't do that. You somewhat could, but you had to have a different perspective shown. So some people that streamed on TikTok had just their face cam, and they might have had a bit of text telling you to go to the other stream where the actual content was. But now it is the same feed. That's it. Where was the crash? Here. Do you rather sleep or stay awake? I'm sleeping right now. This is AI me doing this stream. But you can't tell, This is as I thought, yep. And yeah. Why? You did that to yourself. It's a shame though, because with the other one pushing back against you, you both went to bed. They both went to bed. Are you not heading towards CD? It's very rare for people not to go to CD if they're heading in this direction. So I'm not sure what the lane change was for, but I just wanted to see what happened. Yeah. Free roam indeed. We will need to have a updated event command. I think the event command at the moment links to the Easter one, and that is now concluded. So we will have to change that to just one link. Give me a moment. Okay, I will pause the stream. AI Quebblecop, yeah, it's like that. Hello, Vuk. Within the next 2 weeks, I think so as well. Within the next maybe 1 or 2 weeks. It would be rather amusing if the update dropped on TMP's anniversary. Almost in spite. You know? The drink, sorry. My bad. Here it is. Well done. The worst day of your life ever. Is this for real, worst day, or sarcastic worst day? Tell us. Story time. What happened? Blades? Welcome in, is that the name? Hope you will. Someone else is here. Admin, I didn't think of a reply to Storm. It could be Storm. So I'm not sure. Hello, Rise. Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see the car? One of them crashed and then completely alt forward. Fan club for 2 months, Ismail! Big fan. The silly thing is that you'll have to tell me that because this system is really dumb and doesn't actually tell me when anyone does that. I can see a badge next to your name, but I wish they kept the original system of subs. Just want to mention it so people are aware. Okay, is it a trigger warning? Does it involve an accident? Where was it? Further along. Oh, it's this person again. Parent. I see. They landed it wrong, jumped, landed on their nose, immediately alt F4'd. I think they know that. They know how to alt F4. Yeah. What's your dad? Felix, my condolences. I would, when you mentioned that sort of thing, I was thinking that would be the next reply. And you'll never really get over it. It's one of those strange scenarios. I'm thankful at the moment I haven't experienced that. But when it inevitably happens, I have no idea what I'll do. But take your time. Very high IQ. No, I do not. I don't think I have a very high IQ, but I don't think I have a very low IQ. I think I'm very average with my IQ. The Swiss Alps, yes, that's very nice as well. Both Alps roads, as you would expect. It is true, I have crew IQ. What does that mean? Crew Q? I crew? Okay. Happy streaming, hello operator. How's you? I just want to recap on where they came from. The iCrew, exactly. A new device. A player named Patlak. That might be the person we saw. Mehmet, were they in a Renault Scania combo? If so, we just saw them. Nice. That's not what I wanted to look at. It was here. Oh, they do go up the correct ramp, but then I guess they go round. You know him? If it's the same one, we just saw them. Maybe they have a quick load, or they Alt F forward. I don't know. Just wanted to double check that one. And then the part at the beginning, when one of them cut the other one off, I guess I could have done something for that. But the one earlier on I wanted to recap, I didn't, so it's basically the same thing. It would be weird if I did one and then not the other one. Oh well. Hello folk. Say a colour name and you'll guess it. You'll guess the colour if I say the colour. He's never gonna get this one. Brown. Don't tell him. People have already speculated about the Alps, in that how bendy it is will be very dangerous for the people that drive as they do on CD. So current speeds won't work on the Alps. The speed limit of the Alps will be lower. You'll have to drive slower, or you will fly off the end. But they won't care about that, will they? If the Hori is worth the money, a handful of people do have it. It is good for a truck wheel. It is only limited to a truck wheel though. If you were to use it for anything else, like racing games, you may not be able to. The Moser one, you can change the wheel itself. But if you only play this game with a wheel, then sure. Frankfurt to Prague. That is another potential. The one that has 3 train crossings on it. 3. A lot of ban evasion? I see. In a way, if they are the person that's doing the stunts and they're ban evading, that's not as bad. I know ban evading is bad, but it's not as bad as the people ban evading and cheating. If they're just doing their stunts and then Alt F4 the moment they get anywhere near someone else, sensible in comparison. Not bad. Yes, if it expires, it means it times out, which is very likely. Hospital last week with chest pains, blood tests, all fine. Told it was heartburn. Tuesday took some Gaviscon to him because pain was coming back. Yesterday, phone, hospital, cardiac arrest. That's usually the last. I'm sorry, man. The amount of stress in that scenario as well, where you realise it's not looking good, and then it gets worse, and so on. 154. That's good. How many are on CD? You'll need to check the stats page, and it'll be insane to see the number slowly go down and then the number on the Alps go up to show that they are genuinely swapping over. Still a lot on CD. This is normal CD levels for now. Not too bad. Refused. He didn't want to waste their time. What time would they be wasting? That's what they are there for. That's insanely humble. A bit silly, but 111. Not bad. Almost has more than the others. Than the city. This won't do much. 9k channel points and nothing to spend them on. The Alps, yes. The Alps has become the fan favorite. But again, I wonder if it will stick, or if it seems right now closer to a fad where the road is swapping over, there's hype. Maybe it won't stick around as... You never know. You never know. For the CD road from Europort, it took a while. So it may be here and there for a while. Can we show? I think we should go and look at it. We should go and look. In a moment. Oh, it's nice. Somewhat familiar. Yeah. Where the sound at? What sound? Hello. Hello? Unmute. Storm is nearby. Storm can deal with it. Done times 1. No. When did you redeem that? Oh, very early. Okay, we'll do one of those. Imagine if it's at the road. The Alps. It isn't. Okay. But it's not CD. Why did it reply? It's the conversation. The reply threads, if you click to open it, you'll see the entire thread, but it appears as though all replies are replying to the first comment in the thread. It's very weird. When's 159? Soon. For those wondering about if the road has been changed, in the beta right now, yes, it has been changed. It already has started. So upon the full release, that's it. It's only a matter of time for TMP to support it, and then gone. That's it. That's it. Kevin, hello. MMs, hello. Alpine route, yes. I think a lot of people will call it the Alpine or the Alps, because saying Großglockner may not stick. It's quite a tricky word. Yes, if you want to do your last drives on CD, at minimum you might only have a few days. At maximum, maybe a week. 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks. So go get your final drives in, record your experience if you want. That way you have something to watch back afterwards.
Let's party with Mr. Crew as I turn a whopping 14 years old. This week is a lot of work to get 2 assignments hand in 1st May.
Ooh. Please focus on those, Joe. Happy birthday. Happy 14th. I appreciate that. Big fan. You can call it the Innsbruck to Klagenfurt. You can call it the IK road. That's what a lot of people are calling it as well. CD, IK. See? Whatever name works for you, it'll become the norm. No, it's not the Swiss Alps. The Swiss Alps is different. That wasn't bad. By the way, did I skim through that? Was that not a one times? I'm pretty sure I didn't do the thing. So let me do it on this one. And it's in Duisburg. Okay. I'm pretty sure I did skip through that. Not touching the keyboard. I have no idea. I don't know. I was yapping. The I to K. Yeah, the IK road. The IK. Next is newest. Yeah. Instead of oldest. I'm not sure how long it has been that way. There's the multicolored over there. Hello, Jezza. How's it going? There's two IK. In this instance, it's the very bendy one with the toll at either end. That is the Alps road. It is very noticeable, actually. If you were to stretch the road out instead of it being bendy, it would probably be longer than CD. CD is very unbendy. Stretch? Not like that. With consent. Interesting fact, if you follow the rules, you won't get banned. Correct. Top 10 facts. CD is about, I measured it because there's one video I want to make. CD is about 380? 370, something like that. Decent. Not too bad. Same person, yeah? If your report doesn't get claimed instantly, there's a 99% chance it never will. That is pretty much the case. Kilometers, yes, kilometers. Round it up, let's say 4... Oh, that might be the cheater, okay. 400 kilometers. Decent. And then if you were to go back and forth on the road quite a lot of times a day... I see, I see. Already been banned, I'm sure. Hacking, just, you know, very easy. Oh, yeah. And then chat messages. Nice. I was expecting the advert of, you know, the thing. Sneaky hacker, I'm sure Storm got them. I'm sure he did. But I watched it all the way through. I did watch it all the way through. I did my bit. TMP will add a bus, yes. But there is also a Coaches DLC coming out. So for a while, you may have 1 or 3, and then eventually you will have 4 to use. Which is quite a bit of variety. A Mercedes, which is the TMP one, a Scania, a Volvo, and a MAN. Pretty good. The anniversary. The anniversary is of TMP itself. It starts next month. Early next month. You'll have a hype train just started. You'll have a few convoys, a TFM festival, of which they play some cool music, and train area, and then an ATS convoy and an ETS convoy. I don't know which one, what order. And then free roam. Then free roam. Brit! Think of the new sub. Hold on a moment. Is that a fresh new sub? I saw some crashed vehicles and I thought, is that the person you're on about? Fresh. I appreciate that. Enjoy the emotes that come with it. Joe with the Prime, Melody with the 6 months. I thought for a moment it was a duplicate alert. Big fan, back to back. I thought 2 happened at the same time. Got tired of the ads. I understand. Unfortunately, we have to have ads. In some degree. There has to be some ads. So here we are. They've been back and forth. Load in, load in, load in. There we are. Doing it very casually there. Very casually. Moppy as well. Moppy with the 5. I appreciate that. You can have a flower too. Big fan. This is definitely a throwaway account. Don't give them any attention.
UK rework and ownable EVs. Also Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, Discord. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, Discord. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, Discord.
Doesn't work like that. I'm pretty sure they still can't hear it. Small buffer, not surprised. I dropped 200 frames. Probably when it was loading all of that in. Not surprised. And now we see the casualties. Someone said there was another one. Did you say there were 2? 2? Where was the second one? You said they were at the train. Maybe going the other way. All the bits. Thank you for the bits. Ownable EVs, I'm not sure. That's the... With the gifted... I appreciate that. What was that? Every scenario I miss, so I end up having to watch it back. Say the name, I'll refrain from saying the name. So 6969. And of course, already reported. Of course. Guess you'll get on and help out. Always work that needs to be done. Always. Imagine you had to stop to go to the toilet. In-game, if that were a feature, this is where the hacker was as well. To look after your character would be crazy. 126. No, that is the maximum it has reached. Technically, there's no limit. There's no limit. That is just the record of how high it has been. Big. Oh. That's why they have a badge and it was celebrated and all that stuff. They slammed their brakes. They didn't notice, didn't pay attention. Some sympathy? How much money? A lot. If you were to have seen the stream that it took place on, because I think I lurked around in it, the fastest chat you've ever seen. You barely even saw chat messages, it was just a spam of gifted subs. Unreal. Very impressive. An animal passenger, so you could have a cat, perhaps? There is a mod for that, but it would be cool to have a TMP feature for that. That would be cool. Alright. Shall we go to the Alps? We'll check on our mission to make people swap. Shall we? Our jokingly slash not really jokey. You know? Chat goes by so fast, so famous. Like those online comments where someone leaves a comment saying, I'm gay, but chat won't see this. Exactly. Like, Ashley's message is already gone. It's off the screen. Big fan. How are we? Biggest fans? Well, you're on the way there. I know you are, but I'm just saying. 5 stream streak. You're on the way. The Ick Road. You can get an ick from going there. Except there's no C in the middle. It's just I to K. It is this one. Very strong contender for the new hotspot. Since I last looked at it, majority of people have gone there. That long? Exactly. Still not VIP. I haven't given VIP in quite a while. Chat going so gay. Exactly, exactly. Alps or Prague? I would prefer the Alps because it looks better. The Prague road is still the old map style, which has been a thing for like 13 years. So, to get to it, you go all the way this way. Not that way. This way. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's people already. They're on their way. They're taking their long trailers. Round. Blah, blah, blah. You have a bit of a pit stop with a fuel station. Good start. Round here. Very nice. Here's the start. Okay. So, is there a massive traffic jam in the middle? I assume there is. Look, it's the... We've got people. We've got people. Ooh, yes, yes. How many trains have been taken here so far? The big loco cargo. Quite a lot. The middle. Oh yeah, there's more. My frames are going down. 70-something people. 80 people. Nice. Is this still... It's still a collision zone for now. That may change eventually. But across the entire road, 150, whatever you just said. Told you had a big fan. Not sure what they're on about exactly, but it keeps spinning above your head. Maybe the reason blew right over me. I think Tobias wins the big fan there. The money! I appreciate that. Big fan. Choo choo. Thank you for the contributions to the hype train. Yeah, let's make another zone where the moment you cross the zone, good luck. Good luck. This is cool. This is cool. No, we're not in Kirkenes, no. Is it longer? It definitely is. Someone do a drive from start to finish and pay attention to how long it is. Connor is in chat, yes. Connor is here. Oh, yes. Black, not blue. Colorblind. Populated. Last time this was populated was probably for the event feature zone thingy, which was already a few years ago. Actually, by the way, you said you're working on a music edit. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Eager to see how that turns out. Probably because you've been watching a few of those good mashups and you wanted to do one yourself. I don't blame you. Traffic! Oh yeah. Frankfurt to Prague, maybe? It's okay. It's okay. It looks like CD. This is just different. They are trying to reverse here, yeah. Casually blocking. Unless they're just trying to free themselves because they're stuck. No, I think they are reversing. No pressure, just, you know, a few people watching you. Is the route popular? It is. It's getting popular, yes. You see the people winding up in the background there? This is good. This is a strong contender for the new CD so far. But it's a nice new experience for a lot of people. It's nice. It's scenic. No Estonia? What do you mean? The flag is there. I see it. Do you think it's you? I don't think it's purely me, because I'm sure people were there beforehand, but I made a video highlighting it and telling people, go there. Let's do it, let's start a movement, that sort of thing. Show where it is on the map. Yes, pay attention, okay? Pay attention. It is Innsbruck or Klagenfurt. Between the two is a very bendy road with a toll road at either end. Between that is basically the Alps road. You can name it whatever you want. It is based on a real-world route, which is already better than CD, because CD is not a real-world route. You can call it the Alps, the Alpine. Yeah, the Estonian flag isn't there, but to be fair, the other Balkan ones aren't either. Finland is there, which is not Balkan, but it's Baltic, sorry. But the others, no. Balkan is down, Baltic is above. I keep saying the names wrong. I know which is which. One is down, one is up. I like that they've put these two together, and the only difference is the slightly different shade of blue. Which one is which? Is one the Netherlands and one is something else? What is the something else? Above is Netherlands, bottom is Luxembourg. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Greece is a Baltic country, yes. You heard it here first. I mean, Greece isn't included in the Balkans DLC, so technically it's its own thing. The Danish flag is nice. Most of them are quite nice. Sweden, yep. But are these all the countries in the EU currently? Would make sense as to why ours is not there, but what does this symbolize? Specifically, because of course Austria, you know, front and center, because that's where it is. 27 in the EU. Okay, so what is this for then? Greece isn't there. No, we are missing some. It's only 17 flags. Doesn't make sense. I don't know, but there are real flags there in the real world. If you go count how many flags there are, maybe there's a better explanation. RL. Someone will have to type it out. The Gross, Gross, Glock like the gun, NER. Gross Glockner. Yeah. The Prime? No, the Prime is probably not Star. V8, yeah. I don't know, because they don't have a plate. Pretty good. Connor is looking at it. There's Connor. I see. I see. Wolf? That would make sense. But hey, that's only half of it, because your journey goes up to the middle part, which is that, and then down the other side. And that also has a decent number of people on it. And they gather at this toll booth, which is quite nice. Round here, which is quite a tricky bend. Some interesting crashes will happen there. All the way along, another fuel station, an industry. Not bad. Where is this? This is the Alps Road. We'll call it the Alps Road. It is near Innsbruck. But it does look very good. How did you become a mod? I applied for it. A while back I applied for it. Very long time ago. It's not a DLC area, no. The reason it is a replacement, or very good contender for the replacement of CD, is that it is in the base map. Something that looks this good, I know. It is in the base map. Nice parking area here, and then eventually when we can charge our trucks or other vehicles, you know. Felix color? What, this one? The bottom half? Yeah. But it has to be the whole thing for it to be a Felix vehicle. On the map, if you want to check out my video I made on this, you should, because people will be asking for where it is on the map for a very, very long time. What I want to see is if a report is on here. I want to see my first report on this road. Inspecting my car, I was looking at the restaurant, flew around to see why one person was disconnected from their trailer, and then you were parked next to them. And of course you were in chat, so I pointed that out as well. But as you're there, clearly moderating it, right? I don't need to be there. Of course. The Gross Glockner. What in this instance does Glockner mean? Because gross in German and similar languages just means big. So what does Glockner mean? Is, you know, the big. Do you think the Alps will get some changes? It may do. It may do. Maybe not too much visually, because there aren't many places you can stop. I would think it likely that the restaurant area will become a safe zone. It kind of has to. If people are to rest there, or just stop there in general. Bell. Big bell, it could. Why is this a bad, by the way? A bad? Why is that? Because of the reversing part at the beginning? Well, they TP'd though. They weren't there for that long. The name of a specific mountain. Big Bell. So where is, try that again. Is the bell in one of the nearby churches, perhaps? Or something. Look is bell, but Glockner is mountain. So the specific peak is the Glockner, I guess. And maybe because it's a mountain range, it, you know, refers to the largest peak in that area. Big bell. Oh, it's shaped like a big bell. That would make sense as well. So you've got the peak and then it sort of tapers out, I guess, like a bell does. A smoother triangle. Towering bell-like shape. Gotcha. That makes sense. Nice. The Grus. Yeah, I don't have the double SB thing on my keyboard, so I would have to do GROSS. Triple trailers, they're already taking triples? Yes. Even doubles. These full-length doubles might be tricky for some people. Might. That type of triple isn't too bad. You have to slow down. They're already going full speed. Please do not go full speed on this road. At least not into the corners. Because at 110, I don't think these tiny little pillars will stop you. You have been warned. Well, it's nearly gone, Moon. It's nearly gone. They're moving already preemptively because when it disappears, what are they going to do? They can't stand a day without it. That might be lag because they went straight out. No, this is not Promods. Straight line, straight line, straight line. They were slowing down, so I assume that was a boo-boo. An accident. The physics wonky. You'll see trailers glitch around like this. That's only tracking its location. So when it tracks where the player was, it has to spawn in where they were, if that makes sense. If it's played smoothly and I'm not clicking around, it's relatively accurate. Yeah, I'll give benefit of the doubt. When you see someone in control and then for a little bit they go in a straight line, something might have happened. Mouse disconnected, controller, wheel, a game alt-tabbed. I know that's technically their responsibility, but if they can't, no one can control that. Which is why the rule is a bit messy in that regard. Appeal the ban, yes. And then we're straight back, yep. I wonder, what's the last report going to be on this area? Whenever my last stream is on CD. Yeah. No, you can't expect it to disconnect, no. And if you're using a G29 or something, when it plugs in, it does the calibration thing, does it not? So, you can't stop that either. Conker, welcome in. Appreciate the flowers. Ben, big fan. Alex, or hope we're doing well. A lot of new people joining. Just feel like watching this all the way through. Triple full-sized? No. That's the only answer. Do not have a triple full-size trailer. 2 short, 1 long. 2 long, 1 short may not work either. I'd recommend a standard triple at least. Some people, however, they do 2 short and a long low bed, which is longer than a box. Still 2 short, 1 long. 3 short. You could have 3 short as well. That's fine. It's fine. When is it getting changed? Soon. Within the next few weeks. Maybe even week. Imagine it's this week. Scary, isn't it? Hello, Bocky. Welcome in. Did you see that purple car at the end? Do they? No, they don't. Okay. This was only because they were changing lane a lot and potentially pushing people. It's whatever lane is moving furthest forward. Along with redlining the engine, yes. It's messy. It's messy. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Who knows? Who knows, you know? But again, when the update is out, TMP doesn't automatically update. So you have an extra grace period of maybe a couple days, maybe another week. So at that point, you're in limbo because it's, R word, nice. It's official. It happened. It dropped. Actual name? The actual name is Crew. I think that's my real name. Yeah. Have a question. What's your question? F up TMP12? TMP12 will be fine. It would be weird if it updated and it messed with the convoys, though. Because a lot of people don't have the Steam setting to prevent their game from automatically updating. A lot of people do, which is why the road usually dies down after an update. Because most people are stuck in the newest version. The game automatically updates, they instinctively load their game up and realize they can't go back because it's on the new version. Depends on how long exactly. Like, I'm sure the devs are prepared. They wait for both games, usually. Maybe ATS will be first. That'll be a great way to milk it. Will it be a Tuesday and a Thursday again? They do that for betas. They might do that for full releases. Hey! What was that? Whoop! Cool name. If it were my actual name, that'd be really cool. Always Tuesday and Thursday. It would be weird. No, I'm pretty sure there has been maybe a Wednesday in the past. A random Wednesday, but usually Tuesday and Thursday. A lot of hackers? Yes. There are, well, I wouldn't say there are a lot. It just looks like there's a lot because they're using a handful of accounts. to do it, and of course they go to the busiest area. So whenever there's a sufficient amount of people and maybe not as many team members on, that's when they do it. Good job. Didn't even realize it, I'm sure. What's up, folk? What's up? What are you replying to? Last message there was ages ago. Oh, I see. Yellow apparently means a hacker. So there could be a hacker in this report. It could be someone that's actually reported them and they're not. Who knows? No ban? No, there was a ban, of course. Why? Why wouldn't there be one? Paid for being a mod? No. You join the team as a volunteer. After the ban expires, he says there is no longer any trust between Steam and TMP. What does that mean? As in someone can swap their account? What does that mean? One Steam account per TMP account. But I suppose some people can swap them. Looks like it did not hit them. That could be a little bit of desync, but the problem is, when they were leaving the fuel station, they saw the person to their left. You knew the person was there and you still changed lane in front of them. So it's too close. Even if there were no actual collision, it's dangerously close to the person. There will always be desync between people, a little bit or a lot. There's always a bit. Because apart from the rare people that have single digit ping, no one lives on the server. So make music. Yes, sometimes, not much. But stay tuned because there might be something interesting coming soon. Who are they? Who are you on about? Yeah, I believe it means they've pressed that option in the box. If you became the owner of ETS2, what's the first thing you'd change? I would optimize the game. How's that? I don't know if that would be my first thing. That would be something I would push for. It's not an easy thing to do, but we need it. Bad idea? Oh yeah, what would you do? There we go. Ask the entire chat. If you somehow decided what the absolute newest, definite newest... Let me try that again. If you could choose what the next thing ETS does is, what would you do? What would it be? That wasn't that bad. I don't know why they went around that way. That's not necessary. Bonus points, maybe? No harm done, though. I hate when I do that. I'm speaking and I'm waffling because I'm thinking of words as I'm saying other words, and then the sentence makes no sense. So I'm like, hold on. Let me just try the sentence again. Make English mandatory? That's not a nice thing to enforce because not everyone knows it. Why would you do that? You'd ban Folky? Good option. Any news? Narc, it is likely the Alps road. A lot of people are currently on the Alps road. So that is definitely heading towards the option. With an eye tracker, good luck. Moonlight. Is that this VTC? That's a nice shade of purple. It's a rich purple. Some people would say that's blue. Does anyone think that looks blue? That's not blue. Plates of who? Did you say blue? It is so close to the border between the two. To me, that's purple. It's a type of purple. It's more purple than blue. If it were to be blue and purple, it's more purple than blue. Moon, it is. It is. Anyone, right now, if I put my camera there, do a color picker. Color pick your screen right now and just tell me what color that is. Indigo? Could be. What color is that? But it also depends on the lighting that's hitting it right now. Do you remember the argument about the Viva Pink? Midnight Purple. Purple Periwinkle? Okay, some colors have silly names, yes. Optimization for TMP. Stricter rules. Smarter ghosting and collision physics. Those are good options. Good choices. A Skoda semi-truck. Do they do that? A semi? No, we're still fine with it's Prime. No, that's not Prime. Prime is a different purple. Prime is fully purple. It straight up said this is blue. Come on, man. It's not quite. Like that one there, that's clearly blue. Yeah, that's a blue. We can agree that one is blue. Prime is purple, yeah. That one, I knew that one would be a debated thing because it's
80 years sub to this nub.
In between the two. 80 years! You old man, you. Thank you, Felix. Not Felix, Falco. Welcome back. Names beginning with F. It's not like you even have the same picture, the same badge. Why did I even say that? Falco, big fan. I'll just walk off. Never mind. Can't read. Discord blurple. Almost, yeah. Says the color is blue iris. What's the normal color of an iris? Not the eye, but there's also a flower called an iris, right? Moonlight is a mix between blue and purple. It's whatever they say it is. Like, if Viva is using a pink, then it's pink. You know. But I believe their color was a purpley pink, something like that. Where are the Alps? You have to go to Innsbruck in Austria. It is in the base map. You don't need any DLC, but go to Innsbruck. Okay, they did nothing else. What shade of pink? Isn't even close. Yeah, you said a different color to whoever said it previously. Lilac. Lilac to me is a lighter purple. Almost pastel. What? Website lied to you? It also depends on your screen, I guess. Of 16 million billion color shades, it's slightly different. 1 pixel off and it'll be a different color. Hello, Luke. I'm doing well. How are you? Big fan. You said something in media. Periwinkle. Yeah, kind of slightly different to that dark periwinkle there in that image. Felix's one, that is definitely blue. That is definitely blue. That's very different. Hope it doesn't become the only place people are. You see, the crowd wants to be with the crowd. So, you won't have people all over the place. That is the dream, but no, they won't. No, they're not going to do that. They lied to you, yes. Yeah, the default one. Yeah. There's also one, if anyone uses, what's it called? Power Toys or something? It's a Windows little app thing with a bunch of tools within. That might be the one that you were using. They want to see people because they don't have AI traffic. A lot of people don't want to drive with no one else around them. Have no Windows? Well, you could find some standard one. Linux has basically everything that you need. Open source. Considered pastel. There's a lot of variations. Ignore the one going the wrong way for now. What does O// mean? It's waving, Chris. I don't know why there's 2 slashes next to it, but O with 1 slash is someone waving. So the O is the head, and then their arm is up, waving. I'm not going to put my arm out straight, because that is very dodgy in the current era. Could be misunderstood. But it's essentially waving. As long as your arm and your hand is out, not fingers out straight and together, you should be fine. It's a waving hand. That's what it is. I don't know. It's mutant. Yeah, I don't know why there's 2 on the same side. How does that work? If it's /O/, then, you know, someone's really happy. Killer 110 stream streak. I appreciate that. Oh my god. Nothing else. So it's just the part where they attack the blue one. Blue? You could have gone now if you weren't panicking about the reversing thing. Your friend is trying to sabotage you, it looks like. And then skidoosh, just like that. How about you look before you change lane, huh? Not anymore. What list? I'll still keep that as that. Still counts. Right. Oh, this lag is not going to be missed. You. Oh, right from the start. Love that. Reports? Oh yeah, there's a handful. Yeah, but you notice how it's not really dropping though. What do you think the reports are going to be like? That's an interesting one. No, not constantly CD. But I wonder what the most common ban reason will be on the Alps. Collisions, probably. Most scenarios will probably have a crash that happens on the corner. Yeah. Tuesdays is the Twitch chat. I read all of them. We have most people on the Twitch. The Twitch is the mainstream. Blocking with trains? Could be. Blocking and collisions on the corners, I think. Any hackers? Yes. One that was likely already gotten by Storm. Good job. Good job. We're just squeezing through here. We just do not care, do we? We do not care. I'll give you all of them then, because I'm pretty sure you bumped into someone as well. How much FPS? 16 FPS. Not a lot. 205? 8 FPS. 7. It's going down. Look. Oh, you can feel it, can't you? Oh, man. Count the frames, chat. Count the frames. Very good. Slideshow, yep. Hello, Milo. Blocking, you say? Yeah, I agree, yeah. Yeah, you are. You're gonna... They said sorry. Come on. Don't, there we go. Okay, they were F7ing. the usual scenario, maybe out of fuel, maybe they stopped in the traffic, really needed the toilet. The moment the traffic stops, they go to the toilet, and then the moment they move, traffic moves. Always happens. And then they get back and they see there's no one in front of them, and then they panic. We've all been there, right? PowerPoint from Temu. Just a PowerPoint. I thought for a second that was part of the Alps, but no. No, it's still CD. It's very busy. It is. It's getting busy. South of the new Europort, people have suggested that the new area around CD heading Europort up and around the coast of the Netherlands will be a nice place, but it's a lot of highways though. The CD people don't like highways, do they? Just bring back Europort, why not? The old Europort. Where is this? This is the CD road. I have not had an Alps report yet. Nope. I have not had a genuine Alps report yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, the Europort got reskinned. In the Benelux, the N is Netherlands. So Europort is big now. Hello, Lucia. Welcome in. Complain about a highway? Well, again, if anyone remembers the April Fool's CD road, people like that one. No Alps. Clearly, it's not the busy place if I don't have an Alps report yet. It hasn't taken over yet. When will be updated? Likely very soon. Within the next week or two, probably. And then TMP maybe another week. Who knows? Do not take my word for that. I'm just guessing. 125, Gez. 7, Felix, you noob. Rookie numbers, man. Come on. Get good. Yeah, almost 2 weeks. 2, 3 at a push. A month. I think some have been a month. I did see the cutting off. We watch it all the way through because sometimes they might do something else. But no, that was it. Osama, thank you for the gifts. And then, of course, they see someone arriving and bit of a push. Good job. Good job. Why, though? Why? More gifts. What are these gifts? They look pretty good. Have a flower. I appreciate that. Paz, I appreciate the follow as well. How am I doing well? Congested, 173. It's happening. I see blocking and I think, could it be? Yes! Yes! We have an Alps report. Yes! And what a surprise! Yes! We're in the middle of this part. Look at that. Yes! Is it just them just sitting there? Let me guess. They're just going to be sitting there, right? Blocking this one, maybe? Yes. No, I genuinely wondered what my first Alps report would be. Oh, they're moving. Hey, it's your fault if you bring a really long trailer here, eh? I knew it was going to happen eventually. I'm wanted to know when. Look at the traffic on both sides as well. You see people going zigzag on both sides. Oh, here we go. You're going to turn to the right. No, you're turning left. Imagine this one here was turning left as well. Up here's the police. I think it will need a bit of watching for people to kind of pick up on it. One short, one long. So a B double, a normal B double. He's stuck. He's stuck. What happens if there's a hacker and they don't get banned? Well, unfortunately, hackers don't get caught immediately, which means... let's just see. Which means they may do their thing for a bit longer. Well, they're not there now. Did they break out? Because here was the one that went past them, so I assume yes. They might have TP'd away. Good. Good. New CD road. This is a potential new CD road. Can you use Wiimote to have no damage? No, Oskiv. No. That would be considered a cheat. No.
Ow.
In single player, you can do whatever you want. Wiimote works in loads of games. But not on Sim 1, no. How to turn on voice chat in the sound settings of TMP. Make sure you have your speaker and microphone. You can do a test if you want. And then to push, the button is X. Push and hold X to start speaking. And maybe people will hear you. Just use fix. There's a cooldown on fix though. Every 10 minutes. This isn't really immersive if I can't put my camera too far away because half the terrain disappears. There. How's that? We have a new AFK spot. So what I'm going to do is a quick BRB, and I'm going to leave the camera right there. I know it will be blurred, but lots of people, the message is spreading, you see. People are saying, go to the Alps, the IK, the IK. Innsbruck to Klagenfurt. They're all banding together and going here. Gummy's here, Connor's here. Very nice. On the map, again. Last time I'll show this, because you have to communicate and tell each other where it is. Here. Innsbruck, Austria, Klagenfurt. In between the two. Very squiggly road with 2 tolls. If you're between the tolls, you're basically on the road itself. But there's a bit of driving to get there. Actually, some very nice scenic driving before you get there. So it's not just a nice view when you're there. The whole thing is a nice view. Here's the blue-purple again that you're on about. Nice. Tero, welcome in. Is the 7 a T in your name? I hope you're doing well. The S, yeah.
Ow.
Cruz, welcome in. Can you get banned for overtaking people? You could. You could, yes. Because if you overtake people on a corner, that's terrible. If you try and overtake someone on the rare straight part, who knows? You might encounter someone coming the other way. You'll die on the Periwinkle Hill. It's whatever you want it to be. Unless you're in a field, somehow, not a literal field, an industry field, where the exact shade is that important, it doesn't matter otherwise. Who cares? You own the restaurant, you are making a lot of money from the people stopping over there. How about you add a little drive-through, Connor? Can you add a drive-through so they don't have to park up and get out? Should we do it? You know what? Should we just remodel this whole thing? Why is there someone there? Of course. Remodel the whole thing, put a Walmart there or something, you know, it will look good on it. Dig into the mountain a bit. Massive parking space. This is potentially the new road. It's not been decided because no one decides for sure what it is. Give it another month after the CD has been swapped. And if most people are here, then this is the new road. But for now, most people are here. You can kind of drive there. You can't go through the gate at the back because it's a built into the map gate because the road doesn't really go anywhere. Too small. Shame. It wasn't made for having hundreds of... It's 101. It wasn't made for having hundreds of people here. So, CD is still popular. The highway hasn't happened yet. It's still in beta right now. Honey! 100! Anyway, BRB. (11 FPS, 9 FPS. It went down. How we doing? I'm sure Killer would actually enjoy having a, he could put his CCTV here. You know? You do your CD ones sometimes, I'm sure you could put one here as well. CD stream. Where's this? The Alps Road. From Innsbruck to Klagenfurt. Klagenfurt. Try with a train at the rest stop. This one in the corner? Not bad. You're taking up a bit of room. But not bad. Most people, thankfully, are aware that if you enter an area that isn't a safe zone, they are cautious about it. They can turn around and be careful. I don't know how this double is going to do that, though. Maybe they won't. Is this... Yeah, he's moved. Hey! Connor? Connor, what are you doing? You ran over a person, Connor. Move out of the way. He's dead. Are you allowed to use Steam Workshop save edits trucks? Some of them maybe, some of them maybe not. If they have floating or missing pieces, then probably not. Why is there someone in your car? Why are you there? This is the pedestrian area up to the restaurant. Come on. Big area south of Europort. Not on the new version, no. Hanging off the building. I remember seeing a lot of people go up here. We've been here a while back. I do remember that. This is nice. Unban you. Wait for the person to respond to your appeal. Don't you worry. Hey, walking through you. And there's one there with a selfie stick. Very nice. It must have been when it was new, yeah. Really new. There we are, well done. He moved. Anyway, it is not a non-collision zone, no. So if you come here, be careful. Not a non-collision zone. After the tunnel, there is another little parking place. If you park there, you'll still be in range of the people at the restaurant. So, feel free to go there as well. That's fine. Kilowatt, I will count that because they haven't moved yet. If it's an in-game screenshot, yeah, ETS media. You think this route will be something like CD? It's turning into that, yes. Because for those somehow completely unaware, as of the new version of the game, which is coming out soon, the CD will turn into a highway, which is what it looks like in the real world, not this country road. So, people like their country road with lots of traffic, so they want to go somewhere else. And there are other alternatives that look fairly similar. That is one of them. So, it's not the CD road, it's the IK road. Literally just waiting. I'm standing here, we've got hands like that emote, just... So... That was it. That was it. Reckless driving. Man, that's the worst driving I've ever seen. Oh my god. Is that the game updating his position? He moved a pixel. Look, he's moving backwards. It's dangerous. Criminal. Lock him up. Permanent ban for that guy. You can't do that. Can't do that. Okay. Roleplay of special transport? There will be. The rules will also have to be updated. Because rule 1.5, 2.5, doesn't it specifically mention CD in the various wording forms? It is not permitted to organise a convoy in the following areas when highly populated. Kirkenes Quarry, Duisburg to Calais. I don't know why they've put it Duisburg to Calais. Disgusting. And in the cities of Calais, Duisburg. So now they have to do the Alps Road as another, you know, it is now highly populated, but they could say, oh, technically the rule doesn't, you know. So it's best if we directly say, including that area as well. Oh, channel points, he means. It does say highly populated areas, because it says in, you know, not like EG, but it has the colon to say that. And no stopping. On a mission, here we go. Ooh, and it ends there. You can imagine how that turns out. Yeah, I would say now it's highly populated, given that the inappropriate overtaking rule mentions 25 people, 50 people? What does it even say? Oh, it doesn't even say the number anymore. It did say the number. Oh no, areas with 25 plus players are considered highly populated. So, yes, yes. A lot of people don't read the bit at the top that describes section 2 overall. Anything relating to that blurb, the rules below that say that as well. So yes, it's definitely highly populated. Even then, if it didn't specify it directly, it's... Whoa. It is a bendy road that you trucking shouldn't even be on it to begin with, but, you know. Ding. It says highly populated, yes. So technically it doesn't have to say the name, but for people to easily understand, it would be easy to include that. Ding, probably a church. Steam controller 2026. Is it like Xbox controller style? People take this game way too serious. Fergal, it's a simulator. That is kind of the idea, Fergal. Have you ever seen people playing Flight Sim? That is arguably the most serious sim you've ever seen. And it is fun. Simulator games. It's a simulator. We're playing on a multiplayer, which is slightly less simulator style, because of course you can go 110. That's not realistic. So why are you surprised that we are being simulator based? Trying to. This is the report. It's not me. It's not me. There we are. Whoa. Clearly that other person thought they were warping. 110. Yes, it's not meant to, though. Do you see lorries in the real world going 110? No. Oh, that was a terrible time warp. That was bad, Killer. Poor timing, I wasn't moving there. Yeah, I get... Well, and reckless driving, so that's what I assume. Yeah, they thought. They thought. Your brother is banned and can't play? You'll have to go to feedback for that, probably.
Deploying flashbang.
Rostock. Interesting. Is driving off boundaries bannable if your goal is to take photos? If you can access an out-of-bounds area by driving to it, technically that is allowed. Because the rule, it's under 2.5 as well, isn't it? Where does it actually say it, though? Driving outside of the map boundaries or in areas that are not covered by the minimap. Blah, 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 blah. You probably shouldn't go out of bounds because someone may not know the way to do it. But if you're able to drive there, it's not fully out of bounds. I just still wouldn't recommend it. Pull over to the side somewhere. Or take a photo from an angle where your vehicle isn't visible. What was that? Sim 1, yes. And now they're just trying to help, right? Just trying to help. Still there. I don't like when people do that. Just go to the service. Who cares that there's no service nearby? See, they immediately went. See? The service is miles away, but who cares? They were playing around. Just don't play around then. Ari. Prime. Prime. At this point, should we add, you know the meme from whatever the movie is where it's the mine, but it's Prime instead? That's what you're like at this point. Prime. They would load their save. They could load their save to get back there. P-info? Why? Sorry, I'm in streamer mode. I can't see that stuff. This is probably the one you're thinking of. TMP got VR support. Maybe you might be able to use a VR headset. It may detect it. Which one has more people? You both linked the exact same one. Is that the only one? There's no way it's only in 200 channels. Wow. Quite a niche emote there. But yeah, that one, basically. And then you rename it to Prime. Toby Eye Tracker, yes I am. The Toby Eye Tracker. It's most noticeable when I'm driving. Lenny, no it's not! VR in TMP? No, you get PTSD from some of the scenarios that happen there. Yes, Nully, every moving vehicle is a person. Yes. This multiplayer does not have NPC traffic. Why are you reporting this one for that? It's the car's fault. Prime. Oh, you can tell. Oh, you can tell. Maybe already reported, maybe. As long as we can see who is actually at fault in a report, it doesn't really matter who was originally reported, because it's easy to swap. Back in the day, you weren't able to spectate someone else in a report. You had to go in free cam and follow someone else. You were only able to lock on to the main suspect, but now you can lock on to anyone. Very nice. So no, the Prime driver was not at fault. You know people are going to do this on the Alps, right? Oh, they are definitely going to do it on the Alps. Three 743 4. That's quite far back. We have come a long way. Imagine if we still had the thing where it showed up in the chat instead. Man, that'd be crazy. Speedy? It's been a long time for Speedy as well, now I think of that. Damn. Showed up in chat. Report prompts that came in. Imagine reports being somewhat like a command instead of this panel thing. So like new report and then you have to go and TP to them or something like that. If they're still doing it. Which I guess could work if it would, you know, a far smaller player base. It's a game, but yeah, no, I agree. The cars should not be able to push the trucks. The physics is weird. So. But look at this. Look at how much is going on. You can't replace that. See the green one there as well? This is a thing. Yeah. Still going. Who asked it was okay to drive behind the borders? That green one, no, because that's not behind the borders. It cannot be copied. Prime. Prime. You're calling it mine now? That's the idea, that's the meme, but it's Prime. Prime. Barely anyone moving? Good. That's the idea. Are you mowing the lawn or something? Are you cutting the grass here? What are we doing going back and forth, huh? They're not harming anyone, because technically speaking... Oh, you mean this person? I thought you meant like the other one going along. This also isn't behind the barrier. Out of bounds. Because... you can rejoin there. I know you'll be there for a long time, but you can technically get here... from here. If you stick sort of close to the fence, because the invisible wall starts probably here somewhere. The tree line. Cutting grass. It could be a side mission. Look, it can be a side mission. Like how if you start on some farm sim maps and you have a bit of a challenge, the only thing you get is a little push lawnmower. Yeah, why not? Side quests. What was the point in that? What was the point in that? Already reported? Were they? There they are. Where is this? This is CD. Calais to Duisburg. As of now, still the busy place that everyone knows. No rules server like the admin panel working just for fun. Well, you'll see when the new rules server is on, we will have a handful of reports that will still be for regular rules, except they won't apply on that server. So someone reported for colliding with someone else, doesn't count. Someone reported for going the wrong way, doesn't count. You know. Better replacement. What have they posted? Is it the Frankfurt road? Ooh. It's on a secret road. That could be nice. Maybe some people will use it, who knows? Looks nice though. Yeah, that image they did with the new CD road, like advertising material, I've seen that as well. Some people have put it in my comments. Crag. Calais, Rotterdam, Amsterdam. Amsterdam. And Groningen. It's mostly highway, yeah, but it's nice highway, so yeah, who knows? The people with a bit of taste might go there. Crashing into people randomly. That's what most people do. It's annoying. It's very silly. Best app for recording. It depends on what your system likes. If you have an NVIDIA card, you can use Shadowplay, you can download Medal, you can use the capture thing built into Windows. OBS is quite nice. Many options. Still there? Truckee has one, which you can set up to auto clip if you get a certain amount of damage. They're gone now. Which one do I use? Medal. But right now, I'm recording in OBS, and the hard G, yeah, that's what Dutch sounds like. Dutch is just all the time. It's like you're about to cough up saliva, and you haven't quite done it yet. That's what it is. That's what makes Dutch so interesting to listen to. I didn't know you could go this way. This little inner bit. Can you go underneath? Maybe in a car you can. What are you doing? Someone should try that. Steam, true, Steam has one as well. So you see, you have many options of various programs to use. This is the Switzerland road, by the way, not the Alps. This is the one. There's the Alps. This is the one that's on the Swiss part. I don't know if this is the road that some people were talking about, the something pass, or if it's this one. This one looks very nice. I had some comments talking about the Swiss one. It makes it much harder. It can, Powax. Yeah, true. But I start it on the hour, so I sync it up with the time, if that makes sense. Turken. Is it Firken Pass as well? That's the one, yeah. I'm not saying the F word, it sounds like that. Almost, Felix, almost. Link them the entire VOD, yeah. But look! Cinema right there. Ignore what they're doing right now. Cinema, very nice. Help, what's up, Irish? What's up? Why are you speeding downhill, huh? This person's just on a lovely little, you know, trip, and here you are, 110. Slow down, come on. Gosh. Crashed in multiplayer? In non-multiplayer, now you're in the void. Well, how have you done that? Are you aware you're going the wrong way? You're definitely aware, as if the hazards are going to save you. They're not going to save you. Did a brake check? It looked like they slowed down a bit, but the person could have also overtaken, perhaps? If they want to speed past them. 3 hours, very long time ago. Last year's subathon thing for birthday time was 4 hours per day. Speaking of, that's coming up soon, so I will need to plan that out. I have a feeling I may reuse some of last year's... Is that the game or me? Some of last year's things that we did. There are some games that would be cool to play again. There's some nice things that I have to give to you as well if we reach a certain, you know. And then at the end I'm thinking I might add back the retirement. Oh, we're working. Retirement, but for the month. Some games. Well, I don't quite know yet. Keyboard driver, maybe. You got flung at 200 kilometers an hour into a non-accessible city area, and now you're in the void. What happens if you F7 though? If you have your finger or foot on the brake and then press F7, might have a bit of damage. Oh my god, come on. Womp womp. Oh. You deserve that ban, don't you? It should have been wrong way, really, for this part. It needs both, though. Poof. Yeah. What? But they're both 2.4. So it's the same. It's the same rule. Because in order to inappropriately overtake, you're technically going on the wrong side. Did you overtake and then now you're trying to police them? You get banned? Yes. This one as well, probably. Can I pull that back? I just want to confirm. Just want to... Of course you are, goddammit. I do need to go back. Whenever it already says player has already been reported, I need to go back and look at what that report was. Because it's still relevant. What, in your opinion, is the best CD alternative? Depends on what criteria you're looking for. 92k? Depends on what criteria you're looking for an alternative. Do you want a road that looks exactly like CD? If so, the Frankfurt to Prague one could be a contender because it's the same base map. And the base map, non-revamped base map, looks exactly the same. everywhere. So Frankfurt to Prague. If you want another nice road that has some challenges on it, Alps, the Swiss one, that's basically it. How about you have the DLCs that you might have paid for and you go to a DLC area? Ko-fi video, it doesn't get linked here yet, but yes, the next video that comes out soon is a pretty good one. Ko-fi members can see it now, YouTube members can see it tomorrow, and then the public sees it the day after that. If you have not joined either one of them and you're thinking of doing so, please do. For next month, there will also be a discounted price. What? A discounted price for Ko-fi. That's what I usually do. So you could also wait a bit. I am live on the purple one as well. Yes. Okay, this was the... Hang on, this one I wanted to look at... it wasn't even them, it was the car that was blocking them. This sort of thing. Did you find the... Is it because he's constantly doing this? Is that why? Did you find that annoying? Or probably that, because the car is letting the other ones out, and then he's like, I didn't let you go. This is a bit petty though. It's a bit silly. Madrid to St. Petersburg. You cross the entire map. Real time. No, this is still in the demo. Unfortunately, yes. If you skip out the CD road, you'll notice how there's just hardly anyone. Jake, hello, welcome over. Big fan. It's, yeah, that was very unnecessary to do that. It's reckless, but it's not insane reckless. You know? Hello, Noble. Welcome to the start of the stream. We've only just started. We're still doing our, What was that? Good point. Ah. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh. Oh! Reaction time was not enough to stop and then press F1. Ooh, and then the car. Here comes the car. What up, gang gang? My gang gang. Good save. Good save. Reaction time of a rock. Maybe they were just unsure. Some people haven't seen that. So... That is desync. They're not banned. They're not banned. I just wondered what the cause of the crash was. That is definitely desync. When they start lagging and then they do one big lag and then it causes a big crash. So yeah. Squeaky tooth, hopefully, but most of the traffic right now has moved to another singular area. So no, they won't spread out because these people don't know how to do that. Of course they don't know how to do that. They're currently in the Alps. The Alps Road. That's where they are right now. Because I was one of the many that said, you know what, let's do that. And I made a video, and that video did kind of well. Telling people to go to the Alps. So I'm partially to blame, but also you're welcome. You're very welcome. Do you remember Drip? Yeah, where's he doing? What's he at now? Where's Drip at? What happens if you click ban on the same person twice, but we're changing something different? It will probably just register the first one, because it won't make a second ban. It's like that person's ID has a ban in the system, it won't do anything for the second one. Same reason as if myself and someone else press the ban button at the same time, whoever pressed it first gets the ban. It is very amusing to see someone kick and someone ban at the same time. I have seen that before. Who said to look at the trailer, by the way? Someone said go and look at your trailer if it's okay. It was Junior, yeah, I had to scroll up. Oh, you're here. Give it a moment. Oh, I get like 10 hours to load in. Holy, this trailer is technically fine. Though, why have you brought it here? 2 smalls and a big, and I said sometimes people use the low bed trailer as a low loader. As a big. Yeah, this is the Alps. Yes, chat, hold on a minute. This is the Alps. This is where people are going now instead of CD. So, feel free to go here to check it out as well. But be warned, as with CD, you will lag. 128, yeah, this is fully, like, it took like a week of campaigning. Propaganda to make people go here. This is unrealistic, yes. Fun fact, when you go through the toll, it tells you that commercial trucking is prohibited. This isn't even for trucking. But again, in the video I said ignore it. Because, you know. How's a road going to work with 1,000 people? It will feel even worse, I think, because this road, if you were to straighten the road out, would be far longer than CD Road, but because it's all bendy and squished together, more people in the same place. So you will lag worse. It's like being in the city. Only if there's a massive traffic jam does the CD Road itself have 100+ people. The cities might. The road doesn't. Got kicked. AFK. Frog to Frankfurt. Yeah, that would be a good one if you want a road that looks exactly the same. I will not correct what I just said. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Whoa. Who is, you're still up here, right? This I might consider actual out of bounds because there is no way that you can get there. Unless you are able to drive up here, go round the building, and then basically it's free for all for there. I assume that's how they do that. Maybe, because this gate does not open. And you can't go around this way because there are bollards there. But hey, there's a nice photo trophy, which I don't have. The toll? Which toll? Look at them! Look at them! Oh yeah, there's toll. I mean, yeah, you could park up here. There's a park space everywhere. There's also a little Hawley model here. That wasn't there before. Maybe it was. Felix color, it's slightly, almost. That is him, yes. He's undercover. He's not a sway anymore. The Alps Road is between Innsbruck and Klagenfurt. It's not CD, it's IK. Here's the I, Innsbruck, south of Munich. Klagenfurt is down here. In between the two, toll booth either side, viewpoint and a photo trophy. Very nice. But there is also one over here, to the west. There's one here as well, both in Switzerland. Very nice as well. What is, if I go, just real quick, Bern. Yeah, the Großglockner, but a lot of people aren't going to call it that because that's a tricky word to say. So just say the Alps Road, and they'll know what you mean. So not only do you have a very nice secret road going through the city, but this road it looks almost the same. It has snow on it. Oh my god! Oh, it has this as well, yes. Someone showed this. Look, it looks almost exactly the same. It's a valley pass, hey? If one Alps is too busy, go to other Alps. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly down there through the mountains. Oh, yeah. Nice road as well, hey? Spoiled for choice. And that's the name of it. This is, I am assuming, the top part of it. You go up one end and then down the other. A photo, yes. You can take a nice photo here. Now, what does that word mean? Like, we've worked out now what the Großglockner means. It means big bell, because the mountain is shaped like a bell. But what does Furka mean? Yes. What does that mean? Overtaking allowed there if you are very safe in doing so, yes. On the Alps road, I wouldn't suggest overtaking now because a lot of people there. No, there's no beginning to end Alps road. No, if you leave Innsbruck, you've got quite a distance to go compared to leaving Calais. Technically speaking, Calais-Duisburg doesn't start immediately. It starts here. That's not right outside Calais. It's close. But leaving Innsbruck, all the way over here, all the way there, past an industry, fuel station, another industry, all the way down to the toll. So it's further, but this road, all of it is nice. Same with going all the way this way, past this industry. It's pretty good, actually, before you get there. So I think you'll enjoy the entire thing. But technically, the actual road itself is between the two tolls. So not bad. And on that note, I think that'll do.